Hello and welcome to Padre's YouTube channel. I know many of you have come on my channel and watched the installation of the Yamaha 50-liter top box onto my Xmax 300. We've got that right here. It's really cool that it's able to be taken off really quickly off of the bike, because today I want to show you how to install the backrest for a pillion passenger. Now, I have an interesting story regarding this little backrest here. I got a backrest when I purchased the 50-liter top box. I installed it a couple of weeks ago, and on the first ride, I got to where I was going, and it was gone. It had actually fallen off. And if you know anything about motorbike riding, you know that there's lots of vibrations, especially on a top box on the rear. And the way that these go on, it's not very sturdy. And so I thought I'd go ahead and make a YouTube instructional video on maybe how to install these a little better so that they may last. So I went ahead and ordered another one. I got it in yesterday. They are actually nice. And well made. It's just the way that they affix to the box is not very sturdy. If you read the instructions, which we have here, they really only adhere to the box with 3 tiny screws, and those screws go into these little holes, these little plastic holes, and so any amount of vibration eventually, even if it goes on tight the first time, I think the vibrations are actually going to just make it come loose. So today we're going to hopefully take another step, an extra step, to put it on our top box. We're going to use some adhesive to also stick it on there. We're going to put the adhesive on and clamp it over and leave it for 24 hours, and hopefully it'll hold. That's the idea anyway. So welcome to the channel. If you like to see some Xmax 300 content, we're going to be posting more and more. I've posted a little bit on my channel, a few rides, testing my camera out. Today I'm just using my iPhone, but I do have an Insta360 camera that we'll be using and doing some more longer rides, and even towards the end of the year we have a surprise extended ride that you can come along and join us with here in Australia. So let's get started. So the first thing that we want to do is make sure that you have all your tools. So you're going to need a really good Phillips head screwdriver. You're going to need a little cutting tool, and you'll need your clamp. Of course, you'll need the backrest, and the first thing that you need to do is drill your holes in your top box. So when you open your top box, you'll notice on the inside there will be 3 plastic kind of imprinted or embedded circles, and those are specifically put there for your top box and backrest installation. So you'll just need to take a small drill, and I've already pre-drilled these from when I installed it the first time. So you just pre-drill those holes. They're very easy, just to drill a little hole in there. And then you'll want to take these little screws. They're very, very tiny. I don't know if you can see those. Very tiny screws. And then there's these little washers. You'll put the screw in the washer like that. And then those screws will go in those holes when we go to screw them in. So if you want to go ahead and put those screws in the washers, we'll have them ready. To screw in at the time. But before we screw the backrest onto the box, we want to take this second safeguard, and the safeguard is putting some adhesive on there to make sure that you'll just have that extra little bit of grip. And so what I'm using today is called Selly's Hold Up. We got it from Bunnings, a local hardware store, and it says instantly holds even on vertical surfaces. So this is a surface that, you know, is going to get quite a bit of vibration. It's a vertical surface. It says it sticks almost anything without screws or clamps, but we're going to put screws and clamp on there just in case, because I don't trust these things, as they say. So what you do is you take the little nozzle off. All right, you penetrate, there's a foil seal there. You want to penetrate that foil seal like that. Lean it up there against that. Then you want to take your cutting tool and just cut it right on the first. There's 3 different levels. So you want to cut it on the first level so that there's not too much coming out at the time. Go ahead and screw that back on there, and then it just acts as a caulking gun at that point. So the way this Selly's work is you put it on one surface, and you have about 10, it sticks immediately, but you have about 10 or 15 minutes to kind of adjust everything before it really starts to harden up and to stick. So I'm going to do quite liberally. Since I've had the other one fall off on me, I'm going to actually put some in. Takes a little bit to get going. There we go. I'm going to put some in the screw holes just on the outside, like so. And then I'm going to not go too close to the edge, but I'm going to about just going to make some little stripes down the back of the backrest, and I'm going to make one right there along the bottom, and then I'm going to make another bead along the top. I might make two beads along the top. That's another thing. This does not actually smell at all. There's no odor. So I'm going to liberally put more on there. And then where the top box kind of sits on top, or where the backrest sits on top of the the backrest sits on top, I'm going to put some on there. Don't forget to have a little bit of paper towel in case it gets on your hands. And that's what it looks like. So make sure you put it on there liberally. I think it's not gonna go astray, and that way you'll have a little bit extra protection for it falling off. So this next bit is a little bit tricky, but I think you can handle it with one person. What you need to do now is make sure you have your screws handy. You need to open up your top box. I know this might seem a little awkward, but I put my screws in the box. And then that pointy edge of your backrest, that pointy edge there, if you close it, it should line up with the pointy edge on your top box. And if that's lined up just so, you press it in, those screws should line up perfectly with those holes. So as you open them, make sure you just keep your backrest in place, because that adhesive probably will not hold it into place just yet. You put your screws inside those holes, and then you screw in until tight. And you'll feel it getting tighter. The one thing you don't want to do is over tighten those screws. So the cool thing is, if you put a little adhesive on those holes, you can tell when those holes are lined up, because you can see the white bit through the hole. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you that, but I can maybe show you that. On this last hole, I don't know if you can see, probably not, but right there where all the 3 holes line up, you'll be able to see the white adhesive show through the hole. So that will help you line up those holes, because it's really hard to see through those. But again, as you're tightening these up, you'll feel it tightening up, and you want to just make it just tight enough. Don't over tighten it, because you'll strip those out just as sure as anything. And that's it, really. The only thing that we want to do next is really just clamp that in place for 24 hours, so that it will, at the end of that 24-hour period, you'll make sure that that adhesive is really kind of sealing on there. I had no seepage. I put it well enough inside the borders of that backrest. I've got no white adhesive showing on any of the sides. The clamping is going to be a little bit interesting. So how you want to do your clamps? I'm just going to use this one big quick grip clamp. And the way that you want to do that is, what I'm going to do is use this bit of paper towel. And I'm going to get another one here. I'm a little bit pedantic about marks on things. So I'm a little bit OCD when it comes to those things. So what I want to try and do is bring your clamp up through that gap, straighten it up, and then bring your clamp together. And you don't want to mark your backrest up. Don't put a mark on it. So what I'm doing is putting this and just tighten it up so it's firm and in place. And what it looks like is that, like that. You just want to kind of keep it firmly in place like that. And it looks like that. And so you want to just keep that sitting like that. Of course, I'll take this outside so my wife doesn't get mad that it's on the kitchen table. But one of the reasons why I did it inside, which is a little bit something you should consider, is a lot of these glues and adhesives, they won't set under 10 degrees Celsius. And it was a little cold out this morning. It was 16 degrees inside the house. So I turned the heater on, heated it up in here so that I could do this inside. And you want to keep that, once this is all kind of starts to set up, you want to keep it nice and warm, and so it'll set properly, and at the end of the day you won't have any separation of that. So I hope this has been helpful. I know I was just really super frustrated when my backrest fell off, and so I wanted to make sure and make this video just in case anybody else had that problem, and also you might have a little bit extra protection with the adhesive. So if you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. The channel's fairly new, so tell your friends about it. We're gonna have plenty of Xmax 300 content. My next tutorial is going to be the installation of the shark tooth entertainment system into my shark helmet. And so I'm going to be doing that here in a little bit. So you'll see that post fairly quickly, but like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or if this has been helpful, please let us know. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.